Israeli attacks overnight. It comes as Israel's military confirmed its escalation of operations in the enclave as part of what it's calling Operation Gideon's Wagons.
As the death toll rises, so too do the fears of what comes next. Israel's pledge to intensify its military operation in Gaza now underway, with overnight Israeli airstrikes killing scores of Palestinians in what Israel describes as the initial stages of this latest offensive. It comes as the humanitarian situation worsens in Gaza amid an Israeli blockade.
Allahu Akbar.
Plans for a US-backed Israeli aid distribution system dismissed by the UN chief at a summit of Arab leaders in Baghdad.
And I emphasize that the United Nations will not participate in any so-called aid operation that does not adhere to international law and humanitarian principles of humanity, impartiality, independence and neutrality. And I reiterate my appeal for the urgent and full support of UNRWA's work, including financial support.
Far from the horrors of Gaza, new ceasefire talks between Hamas and Israel got underway today, but with no certainty that they will bring any resolution to this conflict. Fiona Mitchell, RTE News.
Thousands of people marched in Dublin calling for an immediate end to what organisers described as the genocide in Gaza. The Ireland-Palestine Solidarity Campaign said it was one of the biggest rallies to date, adding that tens of thousands of people had turned out. Demonstrators marched from Parnell Square to Leinster House amid calls on the government to enact the Occupied Territories Bill. President Michael D. Higgins has accused the United Nations Security Council of failing us again and again by refusing to deal with current famines. Speaking at the National Famine Commemoration in County Limerick, Mr. Higgins also said that the population of Gaza was being subjected to forced starvation, where hunger was being used as an instrument of war.
When the Security Council fails us, as it does again and again, in responding to what I have been describing as the current conditions, we must return to the exceptional measures that are available to us, that I remember discussing at the time of the Iraq War, that are available from the General Assembly. The General Assembly must speak and act if, in fact, the Security Council refuses to deal with the terrible famines that are now facing us.